We're experiencing some technical difficulties. This is a phone. Ring. JP Morgan. Hey, Amer, it's Brian from Principal Residential Mortgage. Brian, what's up? Thanks for dinner last night. Yeah, man, it was great. Thank you. Hey, got a trade for you. Oh, shoot. I want to do $2.5 billion of a 3-year swaption. Did you say $2.5 billion? Yeah. Sure. Just 1 second, Brian. Ring. JP Morgan. Hey, Kevin. Brian wants to do a trade. What you got? I want to do He wants to do $2.5 billion of a 3-year swaption. $2.5 billion? You got it. Hold on a second. Hey, Brian, just get a price for it. Sure thing. It's gonna be $3 million. $3 million. Got it. Hey, Brian, it's gonna be $3 million. Hey, you're up against Goldman. Can you do 2.9? I want to give you the trade. Let me check. Can you do 2.9? We're up against Goldman. Let me take a look. Yeah, we can do 2.9. Oh yeah, Brian, yeah, totally. We can do 2.9, man. You're done. Send me conference. Great, you're done. Hey, Kevin, we're done. 2.9. Good job, Amer. Hey, why don't you take $500,000 there for yourself? Thanks, Kevin. I love money. I love deals. I love saving money. I love making money. I love investing money. I love hoarding money. Best Buy open box items? I'm your guy. You know those 90% off store closing banners? I'll go buy everything in there, including the shelves and the light fixtures. Don't ask me what the hell I'm gonna do with them. I love making money. My favorite website I use more than Google, more than CNN.com, more than Pornhub, slickdeals.net. Best part about it, the .net. For saving that money, I tip my hat to you, slickdeals.net administrator. But it's not all fun and games. I love money too much. It's caused some strife in my life. Let's take right now. I'm married, have 2 kids, and I'm trying to make it as an artist. That's the cool thing to do these days, right? And so my wife and I will sometimes disagree, argue about money. How exactly should we afford this or that? And I love her, and I love my family, and I want to buy everything. But damn, I love money. How did this all start? Fruit Loops and Huggies. I'm sitting there stamping Fruit Loops and Huggies one day, and my dad comes up to me and says, "Son, I have the best idea." My dad is a Palestinian hustler, okay? This man, if you heard him say it himself, may he rest in peace. "I came to this country with nothing but this shirt on my back." And to the day he passed away, this man wore no pants. My dad was a beautiful soul, worked his heart out, wanted nothing but to support his family. My father owned a grocery store in Hyde Park. My father is a very Palestinian Arab. Hyde Park has a lot of Jews. And my dad, he did not care who the customer was. If they're paying, they're my customer. He would sell to anyone. Didn't care that he was Palestinian, and a lot of his customers were Jews. But my dad would think of the wackiest ways of making money. Let me give you a small example. Each year, as a 10-year-old kid, each Halloween, I had to sit and watch my trick-or-treat candy get sold for 10 cents a piece. That ain't trick-or-treat, Dad. You just got the trick part. My dad knew how to make money. All right? So my dad was kind of like the Palestinian Cardi B. I don't need to dance. I make money move. I sell cantaloupe. I sell Campbell soup. I'm the boss. You're the worker, bitch. I even sell to Jews. He loved making that money. So one day, I'm stamping the Fruit Loops. Stamp. Come here. Son, I want you to go in all of the Sunday newspaper and take out the Kuban Beckett. But Dad, isn't that why the people often buy the Sunday newspaper? Don't ask any question. Just take out every Beckett and put it on the side. Okay. Dad knows best, right? And so I get to work, stacking. By the end of this, I've got 300 or 400 stacks, of which each one has at least 20 coupons. Who knows why Dad wants these? We've got thousands of coupons from just this one first, let's call, financial terrorist crime. And so Dad says, put them in the bag, take them home. We get home. Dad sits me and Grams down. My grandma is a Palestinian woman from the old country, doesn't speak a syllable of English. I want you and your grandmother to cut out every coupon. Okay? I want you to tell your grandmother to cut out all the coupons for the diaper and all the coupons for the cereal. I explain to my grandma, start showing her, and the first question she looks at me and asks, what the hell is cereal? We're Palestinian. We don't have cereal. We got falafel. And so Grams gets the cutting. This is Monday now. I go to school. I come home, stacks upon stacks of hundreds of coupons. What the hell are we going to do with these coupons? Dad gets home that night, loads all of us up into this van. We dangerously drive to nowhere but Cub Foods. Round of applause if anyone's ever heard of Cub Foods. This is Walmart before Walmart, okay? This is the precursor to the big box grocery stores. And my dad was about to take down Cub Foods. Or more specifically, all the cereal companies like Kellogg's and Post, along with Huggies and Pampers. One coupon at a time. If you're wondering why it now says limit one per customer on each coupon, you can thank me and my dad for that. We get out of this van that we're about to load up with some shit and bust into Cub Foods like we're Ocean's 11 walking into a casino. Dad is George Clooney. We've got 5 of us siblings, so we're 7 of us total with Mom. We even bring Grams. Everyone, take shopping cart, follow me. We caterpillar our way straight to the cereal aisle. Take every cereal you see here. And we just start. Raisin Bran, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Frosted Flakes. At some point, I realize this shit's taking way too long. And so I get slick with it. Pull up the cart. Oh, we ain't messing around. Dad has figured out that he can buy cereal using these coupons cheaper than he can buy from the regular wholesaler. We're about to make a lot more money on cereal than anyone has ever come up with or thought of. We now motor our way to the registers, and Dad has to figure out which cashier is the most gullible and isn't going to ask any questions. Because after she rings up all this shit, she's about to get a big surprise. And so I hear my mom and dad negotiating and debating which cashier looks like she's got the biggest heart. Because we need someone who's not going to ask any questions and just play along. They settle on LaShonda. We motor our way up. First shopping cart. Beep, beep, beep. How y'all doing today? We're good. Beep, beep, beep. That'll be $342. Bring the other ones. 5 more carts. Oh, hell no! What the hell is this shit? Beep, 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 beep. She proceeds to do it. God bless you, LaShonda. This woman then, at some point, gets really tired, calls up someone on the phone, and my mom and dad in Arabic right away. Who do you think she's calling? Maybe the police, maybe the manager, maybe Cub Foods head department, maybe she's calling Kellogg's, the company. Shit was crazy. All we see at one point, from the back window that's behind the cashiers that you guys kind of know who's in there usually, the manager. All we see is 2 eyes and a mustache. Bust open some blinds. He's just looking at my dad. Big beer belly Ken, Cub Foods GM, walks out. What do we have here? My dad steps right up. We are with the church. We are buying this for charity for all of the people who have no food. Dad, we're not with the church. Shut up your face, don't say anything. Fine, I guess we're with the church. My dad puts his arm around Ken, takes a little walk with him. You know, Ken, we are Palestinian. We are from Palestine. We make very good food. We have very nice clothes. Next time I come, I bring you something. All right, that sounds pretty good there. You know, Ken, also, we're buying all your cereal and diaper. You're going to make good sales numbers, you know. Yeah, that's pretty good. Listen, let me get you some boxes. You don't want to use any bags for that. My dad's in cahoots with Ken, the GM of Cub Foods. At some point, LaShonda's finally done. She unravels what's become the Dead Sea Scrolls. Looks at the end of it. That's going to be $5,264. Holy shit, I've never seen a price that amount. My dad, thinking he's about to bust out a big wad of cash, poof, slams down 400 coupons. I do not get paid to do this kind of shit. Hell no. Ken, get your ass over here and start standing. Ken happily comes in. Well, we're going to mail them in anyway, so I'm selling my cereal and my diapers, and I'm going to get money back from the manufacturers. Beep, beep, beep. I swear to you, in future iterations of this, which my dad one by one took down each Cub Foods as time went on. In future iterations of this, okay, there was one time where we had Grandma cut out so many coupons. Her fingers at that point were basically deformed into a scissors. We had so many coupons, I'm not joking, that we went to the customer service desk to get cash back. Calculate that shit. And sure enough, each time my dad would come, he'd have a little case of falafel. He'd make a shish kebab. He'd bring Ken a gift back from the old country. He had all sorts of things. And that's when I learned one of the most important lessons I carried with me the rest of my life. Know who to pay off. Came in handy 10 years later. Oh, forgot my outfit. 1 second, guys. Came in handy 10 years later. I'm no longer 6, I'm 16. When I paid off the police. I don't know where I got the idea from. I think it was all those AOL CDs. Some of you are not going to remember this. But the internet was not always free. Okay? You used to get in the mail AOL CDs for 100 hours free of internet. I mastered the shit out of making sure I never paid for internet. Finished my first 100-hour CD, all good. Grab the next CD, new fake username and password. I'm on the internet again for free, 100 hours. Here we go. And so it was something about the fact that the internet was just coming out and I could research any way I wanted to make money using the internet. It gave me so many crazy opportunities. Now at that time also, I was so into like the teen nightclub scene. Zero Gravity, Nitros, Bongo Johnnies. That was my favorite. Anywhere that would let me in with my fake ID. And my cousin was in a Latino boy band, pop, dance, music, Chicago kind of thing. All right, he was getting kind of semi-famous. And so I tag along with him. I love this guy so much. I even grew a ponytail just like my cousin. His name is Shadi. That's right, 1996, I was experimenting with being gender fluid. And so my cousin and I, along with the internet, combining my cousin with the internet, I came up with the idea to start my own private nightclub. I'm 16 in my junior year of high school. Which high schools to promote at? The internet's got it. Check. There's a few other things that I got from the internet that I can't remember right now. Where can I locate a place to house this nightclub? Got a list. Check. Where can I rent a smoke machine from? Check. Got it, baby. Armed with this information, I began to look for my nightclub spot. 16-year-old kid walking up with a ponytail, told by every single person who are in their right mind, no, you can't rent our place out for a party. What are you, crazy? Door slam, door slam, door slam. No, no, no. Well, I'm not gonna have my nightclub. I need this. And it hit me. I know where I need to go. The sweaty armpit of the south suburbs, Justice, Illinois. Went to the first place. You know those apartment complexes with 10 buildings and they got a rec center right in the middle? Sure, baby, just sign right here. Give us a deposit of $100. We'll be good to go. Oh man, I got a sucker. By the way, any chance you guys have like security on campus? Oh sure, let me just call him right now. Boop, 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 boop. Stanley, someone down here wants to see you. Okay. Big red Adidas jumpsuit. Big afro. Waddles over to me. If The Sopranos was a black show, this guy would have starred in it. I'm Stanley, who looking for me? Hey, Stanley, my name is Amer. I'm gonna be having a little party here next week. I just want someone to kind of oversee things just in case anything gets out of hand. Yeah, well, I'm an off-duty police officer, so I can do just fine with that. Oh, great, yeah. Just in case you see anything that might be funny, might, just look away a little bit, if you don't mind. A couple $100, a little gift. Yeah, I'll do you good. Don't worry about it. What's your name again? Amer. All right, Eric. I make the flyer templates, thank you AOL, and I immediately get to marketing. Flyer everywhere in my high school, handing them out everywhere. Night of the party comes, I get everything ready, I'm like, all right, here we go. Got the DJ from my cousin. I got some kegs getting rolled in from my older cousin, his brother. I'm about to serve alcohol to minors, have a DJ, and a smoke machine. This is my private nightclub, baby. Now, mind you, I'm Muslim. I don't drink. But for some reason, I'm okay with getting other people's drunk. So, the night comes, my brother comes, a couple of my cousins come, a friend or two come, and 4 other people come. It's a big flop. I dropped a lot of money on beer and DJs and the smoke machine. But I had to eat it. I go home, lick my chops. Wasn't that fun of a party. Had a big empty gym, a lot of smoke. And I go home and I think, I think what I need is like to market to another school. I need to find like an ambassador. Maybe if I ask my buddy Jay to hand out some flyers, maybe that'll get a lot more people to come. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, Jay, it's Amer. Hey, what's up, Amer? How you doing? What's up, Jay? Hey, man, I want to throw a party next week, and I want to get a lot more people to come. Can I give you some flyers to hand out? Dude, I will get all the white girls to come to your party. Okay, great. Whatever you can get, man. All right, see you next week. Click, click. Night comes. Roll the kegs in. Get the DJ going. Fill up the smoke machine with water. We're in business. 2 people come. 4 people come. 8 people come. We get 20 people total. I've lost another $250. What is up? Am I charging too much? I mean, $10 a pop, that's not bad. So I tried 2 more things. And I say, this is the last time I'm going to do it. I give up. Maybe it's not meant for me to have my own private nightclub. And so, this time, the first change I make, I get ambassadors at every high school in the south suburbs that I can find on the internet. Thank you, AOL. The second thing I remake the flyer, and in big bold letters I write, we have a smoke machine. Night comes. In the meantime, I found a white girlfriend named Leslie to deal with my racial inferiority. I asked her to come with me to the party and stand at the door right next to me. Kegs are rolled in. DJ shows up. I fill up the smoke machine. Stanley's at the ready. One more thing I forgot to tell you. Before I do this, thinking, oh shit, this might be the time where I get a lot of people to come, I decide to hire security. I go to one of my close buddies, Majdi, all right, and I tell him, hey Majdi, I need your help, man. Now Majdi's a scary looking dude. Shaved head, always looks angry. He kind of looks like Mountain from Game of Thrones. And he's like, don't worry, I got you, Amer. I'm gonna bring 2 of my goons with me too. Perfect. One dude parks upstairs in the living area, another dude parks downstairs in the gym, Majdi's on his feet. To make them look scarier and more professional, I buy them each mag lights, these big ass flashlights that you can kick someone's ass with, along with earpiece walkie-talkies. Things gotta look professional with me. And sure enough, the night comes, the kegs are rolled in, the DJ shows up, the smoke machine's full, everyone's at the ready, I'm at the door with Leslie, and 2 people show up, 5 people show up, 20 people show up, 50 people show up. Oh shit, I've broken even. 100 people are now in line trying to get in. I get the first 100 in. Thank God I brought change. I get the second 100 in. I look down the street. There's 200 people in line, and the cars are packing this poor apartment complex's parking lot. Hundreds of people. This is working. I've arrived, baby. This nightclub is going. People are dancing downstairs. Upstairs, the drinks are brewing. I've even got a bartender. My cousin brought some hard liquor along with the kegs, so he's serving. Like, this is it. I've got my own little nightclub, baby. I've arrived. Who comes through the door? Now, I'm Arab, Palestinian, Muslim, but I don't like always hang with just Arabs and Muslims. The whole Arab crew, they come in as a posse, and they just start shaking up with me. What's up, Amer? What's up? Hugs. You know, like, I'm the man at this point in this community, thinking like, yo, I'm like amazing. And so they shake up with me like, you the man, yeah. They come in, great. They see me with Leslie, even better. Then one of my closest friends walks in, right? Mike Malo, the Italian stallion. This dude is a Golden Gloves boxer. One of my closest friends. Me and him always in his garage or hitting the bag. He's teaching me a few things. Like, he's literally won several Golden Gloves tournaments. Each of his arms are like a toddler hanging off his shoulders. Right? This dude does not mess around. Walks in, shakes up with me. What's up, Amer? What's up, Mike? Thanks for coming, man. Yeah, I got the coolest people coming here. I'm the man. And all I hear from behind me, dun, dun, dun. Hey, yo, there's Mike Malo. The 20 Arab dudes are just standing at the top of the steps. Little did I know, Mike Malo is the arch nemesis of the entire Arab community in the south suburbs. They hate Mike Malo. They can't stand Mike Malo. They want to kick Mike Malo's ass. And I'm like, oh, why are you guys talking about Mike Malo? What's going on with Mike Malo? Yo, Mike Malo, man. Yo, he's an asshole, man. He don't like Arabs. I'm like, no, Mike Malo likes me. I'm an Arab. What's wrong with me? Hey, listen, don't do anything. Everything's cool. Mike Malo's cool. Don't touch Mike Malo. I let Mike Malo in. He goes straight to the gym. 3 seconds later, on my walkie-talkie, the Arabs jumped Mike Malo! The Arabs jumped Mike Malo! No! What the fuck are they doing? They're ruining my party! Thank God I got Mejdi and his goons. I walk into the gym. I see a bunch of emo kids, hipsters dancing in front of the smoke machine. I'm like, get out of the way. I'm trying to look and see what the hell's going on. All I see is a cartoon dust cloud with Mike Malo in the middle, looking like Bluto from Popeye, just beating the shit out of every Arab, taking one here, throwing one there, slugging one here. I see Mejdi get thrown like he's a piece of salmon on a grill. I'm like, holy shit. I immediately go to Stanley. Stanley, I got a major problem in the gym. There's a huge fight in there. You got to do something, man. Well, you know, that I didn't expect no fight. It's going to cost you a little. Here you go, man. Here's a couple extra $100. Pay him off. Stanley walks in. Stanley waddles into the gym. Oh, hell no. I can't do anything about that shit. What? You're with the police, man. Pull out a gun or a badge or something. I'm like, this situation is not a good situation right now. I find the back room. I find a brown bag. I stuff about $6,000 into this bag. I wrap it up, put it under my shirt, and I slowly walk away. I make sure to leave everything behind, including Leslie. I jump in my Nissan Maxima, put it in drive. Nice and calm, Amer. Just pull out of the parking lot and leave. As I'm pulling out, it feels like when I look in the rearview mirror, I'm seeing some kind of a nuclear reactor explode in the back rearview mirror behind me. As I drive off in the distance, flames and sparks. I swear that fight just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't know what happened to it. As I'm driving down the main drag of Justice, Illinois, full of potholes, just as shitty as its own village's reputation. All I see is 5 cop cars approaching me. Sirens, woo, 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 woo. And the 5th one, woo, busts a Yui. I'm white knuckling the shit out of him. I'm like, there's no way he can be trying to pull me over. There's no way he can be trying to pull me over. Stay at 35, Amer. Stay at 35. Calm, calm, calm. Pulls me over. Knock, knock, knock. Hello, officer. You coming from that party down the street? No, I'm coming from my dad's grocery store, actually. I was just working tonight. You're driving through Justice, Illinois? From Chicago? I told him that my dad's store was in Chicago. Not that detail. I'm gonna need you to step out the car. I know that you're throwing that party and you're trying to get away. Gets me out. He immediately starts searching the car, goes under the passenger seat, finds the brown bag, pulls it out. I'm like, no. What's this? That's cash from my dad's grocery store. He needs it to buy cereal. Yeah, get in your car. You're following me to the police station. You're under arrest. You were providing minors with alcohol, running a nightclub without a license. These are all punishable offenses. Follow him to the police station. All right, I'm gonna need you to call someone to come bail you out. And just like any 16-year-old at the end of a trail of disaster behind him, what did I do at that point except for call my aunt? I'm not gonna call my parents. My dad is a beast. He will kick my ass. Boop, 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 boop. Hello? Aunt Masada? Yeah, it's Amer. Me and your son Shadi were throwing a party and I got busted. I need you to come pick me up. Okay, honey, I would be right there. Her and my mom come to the police station. Now while I'm sitting in the police station, I'm looking at this brown bag of money. They wrapped a whole bunch of caution tape around it. As I'm walking out after they bailed me out, I asked the guy who arrested me, so can I have that money? No, we confiscated it. It's evidence, idiot. Okay, sorry, jeez. I'm like, man, how did they know that I'm the guy throwing the party? Fucking Stanley. I get home, it's 3 in the morning, walk through the door, and all I see is my dad at the top of the stairs. I barely walk through the door. And in one fell swoop, my dad flicks the slipper off his foot, right in my head. Second one, unbuckles his belt, pulls it out, walks down the stairs, and begins. You are ruining your college. You make us look bad. You are giving minors alcohol. How could you? And who busts through the door half an hour later, 3:30 in the morning? My brother and my cousins. Yo, we heard you got arrested. What happened? I'm like, oh yeah, man, they arrested me. They found out it was me. I don't know. Well, where's the money? And my dad, half mid-ass whooping, about to just lay into me with the buckle of the belt. Face changes, drops the belt. What money? I'm like, yeah, Dad, I was charging $10 a person for people to come. How many people came? I think it was like 500 or 600 people. Tomorrow you come with me to the store. We are going to call the lawyer, Tom Beaters. He will get this money back. I guess the ass whooping's over. We go to the grocery store the next day. I skip school completely. Tom Peters shows up with his briefcase. My dad whispers something with him in the back. Then he calls my name. Amer, come here. Tell Tom Peters the story. I tell Tom Peters the story. He says me right away, did they read your Miranda rights? I'm like, what are those? He's like, did they give you a receipt for the money? I'm like, what is that? Did they treat you well while you were incarcerated? What's incarcerated? I get a call 3 days later from the Justice Police Department. Yeah, Amer Abdullah, you can come pick up your money. Holy shit. Dad. somehow to get me back that money. How the fuck did he do that? I pull up in my gold Nissan Maxima. I walk in swashbuckling like, yo, my name is Amer, and I'm looking for some money. A woman behind a window hands me this bag with a lot of caution tape around it. I grab the bag, and who do I see on my way out? Stanley, looking at me side-eyed. I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. And I just laugh in his face. Ha! I'm the winner here. I go back in my car, and right away I furiously rip open all the caution tape, open the bag, and there's only $1,500 in there. Where'd the other $3,500 go? Fucking Stanley! And it was after that experience I learned the second most important lesson of my life. Not only do you have to know who to pay off, but you gotta always have a good attorney in your corner. And so it was 10 years later. No, it was a few years later, where I thought again to myself, where can I go to make money in a shady way but not get arrested? And it became very clear after graduating with an economics degree from the University of Chicago, I knew exactly where I needed to go. Wall Street! And they took me in, it felt like with a red carpet. 2002, Lower Manhattan. I'm in Chase, JP Morgan Chase's main building. Across the street is the New York Federal Reserve. Next to the New York Federal Reserve is the New York Stock Exchange. I am in the heartbeat of high finance, the nerve center, the plumbing of the American financial economy. And we're in trading. It's day 2. And they're just bringing in the big dogs. The guy who teaches us how to make money in the stock market as brokers. The guy who teaches us how to make money in the bond market. The guy who teaches us how to make money in the commodity market. They even bring in an etiquette teacher so that we know how to ask for money from Arab sheiks or Japanese people or any cultural sensitivity. We're taught the ins and outs of how to close that deal. And I realized very quickly, with people from Princeton and Yale and Harvard next to me, the London School of Economics, I'm in the training class of heroes. We're about to make a lot of money for this bank. And that's when I knew, screw AOL, I got it in person right now. I'm about to learn how to make me a lot of cash. And so I begin, and I hit the ground running. Now, they don't give me clients on the first day. I'm only 21. But I get hooked up with a mentor, a guy who can see quickly that I can handle some shit. Now, I'm sitting next to Chris Dopp, this guy who is 5 years my senior. Chris isn't my mentor, Dave's my mentor. But Chris is like trying to figure out how to make money and trying to do it. Within weeks, Dave realizes I've got the hot hand and just starts handing me his clients. Now, they're his clients, but I'm doing the trades. And within weeks and months, I'm doing $100 million trades, $200 million trades, $500 million trades for his clients. I'm making Dave lots of money. He's loving it. They then give me one of my own clients to start working with, Guggenheim. No one can make money off Guggenheim. Somehow it gets filtered down to me. No one cares about Guggenheim. Everyone thinks it's just a sleepy, old, boring company that no one can do business with. But I take it earnestly. And so I start doing really well with Guggenheim. Start making a little money here. First year, I made $3 million for the bank. Second year, I made $5 million for the bank. In my third year, I walk in to my manager's office, and they sit me down. Amer, you had a great year. In that envelope, you'll find your year-end bonus. Okay, it's bonus time for me, huh? Guess I'm starting to make the bank some money. Open the envelope. I love money. Thank you very much. I immediately hustle to the bathroom, go to the last stall, get in there. I call my first wife, but definitely not my first choice. Hey, honey. Yeah, it's me. I just got my first bonus. Oh, awesome. What was it? $300,000. And I'm only 24. Ooh, holy cow, that's amazing. Hey, man, you know where we're gonna go? Where? We're going to Sizzler. But it was also at the time I started to ask questions. Why am I able to make $300,000 at 24 years old? I'm fucking overpaid. And I'm able to admit that. And so I started asking some more questions in year 4 and year 5. Wait a minute, why does the housing market keep going up? Don't house prices at some point need to stop doubling? This is kind of crazy. But I continue to do trades in the mortgage market and the interest rate market, thinking, yo, I'm getting paid, so it must be okay, right? Until one day I wake up, pick up the Wall Street Journal off of my doorstep, and I read on the front page, Bear Stearns fails. JP Morgan rescues them. Government helps. Oh, I'm at JP Morgan. Bear Stearns failed? Well, let me read about this article. It looks like Bear Stearns had a lot of losses in their mortgage division. Okay. It looks like homeowners were in cahoots with Bear Stearns, where Bear Stearns was happily lending them money as if they're a bartender, serving them drinks. And the homeowners who can't afford these McMansions are happily drinking away, taking that cash and buying their McMansion, hoping they can make those payments. And everyone thought, okay, Bear Stearns was just doing some shady shit. It must have just been Bear Stearns. Thank God JP Morgan saved them. A month later, I'm sitting at JP Morgan next to a bunch of Bear Stearns employees that have moved across the street. I guess this shit was real. A few months later, Lehman Brothers on the brink of failure. Biggest bankruptcy in history, bigger than Enron. Lehman can't fail. I mean, the whole financial system would just be in question if Lehman failed, I thought to myself. And I also thought to myself, wait a minute, was Lehman also doing some shady shit with mortgage customers? And wait a minute, am I part of all this? Are the trades I'm doing contributing to this whole mess? Maybe. Hank Paulson, Treasury Secretary of the United States government at that point, comes out and publicly says, we are not going to save Lehman Brothers the way we saved Bear Stearns. Lehman's going to fail? Lehman can't fail. They're a 150-year-old bank. They got hundreds of billions of dollars out there in the credit markets that are being loaned out. They can't fail. Oh no, they failed. And sure enough, the stock market just crashed at that point. Maybe not a full crash, but it was down within at least 10% within days of Lehman failing. The next day, I opened the door, Wall Street Journal on my doorstep. AIG failed. The government didn't bail them out. Well, wait a minute. If the government's not bailing Lehman out and AIG out, I mean, I hope no one else fails. And I thought I've arrived. I'm invincible. I've been making money off my clients. I need my bonuses. This is not good. And am I contributing to this? And one by one, Goldman stock price quickly moving towards zero. Morgan Stanley stock price quickly moving towards zero. Deutsche Bank, huge losses in their mortgage portfolio. Citibank, on the brink of failure. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, government institutions that lend money for homes in receivership. What? How is all this happening? We are failing as a country. The financial system is being brought to its knees. It's literally at collapse. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I'm responsible for this. Partly, wholly, whatever. What did I do? And was it worth it? Sometimes there just wasn't enough time to ask those questions. At some point, the banks are all failing. And there's nothing that can happen except for bailing them out. They literally need a bailout. If they don't, the whole financial system will just completely collapse. And I'm watching this, and I know too much. And I'm freaking out, panicking, every day. Finally, on September 29th, Hank Paulson, the Treasury Secretary, approaches Congress and says, look, we need a bailout. We need upwards of $1 trillion to give these banks in order to just prop them up and give them a chance of surviving. A bill is drafted. George W. Bush attempts to rally Congress. 205 to 271. House rejects the bill. The moment the House rejected the bill, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 777 points, its largest decline in history. This is it. We're crashing. This is the end. This is the end. And in days thereafter, it continued to fall as trillions were getting wiped out in the stock market and other asset markets, but mainly the stock market was the one getting the most media attention. Another attempt was made to get this bill passed. Some changes were made to it to make the House happier. This time the Senate votes first. 75 to 25, it passes in the Senate. It goes up to the House. No one trusts the House. Every person on Wall Street at this point is glued to their screen. There's no trading happening. The credit markets are frozen. Stock markets just keep falling. No one's trading, no one's transacting, no one's lending. That was the biggest problem, was lending markets. No one really realizes how much bigger the lending markets are than the equity markets. And we're all glued to a channel that no one ever watches, C-SPAN. We're all staring at C-SPAN like our life depended on it, because it kind of did in that moment. And I'm panicking. Everyone's panicking. All of Wall Street's just staring. And we're watching each vote click in from each House of Representatives member. Click, 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 click. Until finally the total tally comes up. 255 to 198. It passes. Stock market begins to recover, but still the bond markets are still frozen. Things don't happen overnight. A lot of money is starting to finally make its way to the banks, but it takes some time. Now, in the midst of all this, I get a phone call from my best client, Guggenheim, the one I've been with the longest. Hey, Amer, we're having one of our big funds fail, and we want to kind of do a Hail Mary trade. Go for it. What do you got? We want to do $1 billion trade. Holy shit, $1 billion trade, okay, with Fannie Mae. Wow. This is a transaction. It's a little too complicated to explain, but the bottom line is no one was borrowing or lending in that moment. Guggenheim wanted to take a risk. They trusted me with it. I now have to bring the customer to our trading desk, be the middle guy, and broker this trade to happen. Because nothing's trading, there's a huge opportunity for me to make a lot of money. It's kind of like if there's one last loaf of bread left in Chicago and we all wanted to buy it, it'd obviously sell for like $1 million. That is what was happening here. And so instead of making my regular 50 grand or 100 grand or 500 grand off the trade, I've got the opportunity to make a killing. And so I get to work and I put the trade together. Everyone feels safe. And we print the trade. It immediately hits the ticker. Everyone on Wall Street notices. It's one of the first lending transactions to happen on Wall Street with this kind of size. Suddenly the markets are starting to thaw a little bit. My name is in lights. This is the transaction I've been waiting to do since my coupon scamming and Cub Foods. I get put on emails with some of the top dogs at JP Morgan. People are asking, my other clients are asking me, hey, did you know anyone who did that trade? And I was happily saying, yeah, that was me. I'm in the limelight. I do the trade. Everyone stands up in the row, high fives to Amer, yeah, yeah. And as I'm walking home that day, after getting paid, making the bank, after getting the bank paid over $3 million, the biggest trade I've ever done, one of the biggest trades for the banks, I'm walking home to my house, and I'm like, that's what I wanted my whole life. And I've never felt more incongruous ever before. It was in that moment that I realized my values have changed. This is not what I want to do. This is not me. And though it didn't happen the first day, within a couple years, I came to the realization that I'm done. I'm done. I'm just fucking done. And you know what? How I know it? My back is done. For some reason, in those last few years, I couldn't even sit in a chair anymore. I needed like a headset that was wireless so I could just stay on my feet because my back just wasn't working. I was sick of all those crazy ass MRIs, all that physical therapy, upside down massages. What the hell was I doing? I needed to get out of there. And I finally said, I'm done with this shit. My false sense of superiority, I was sick of that shit. Because I have all this money in my bank account, that doesn't make me better than people. I was falsely drinking the Kool-Aid with all the other Wall Streeters, and they're probably still doing it today. Because we're getting overpaid and we got all this money, that makes us better than everyone else sitting here up on our perch. I'm like, I can't stand that shit. My spirit can't do that anymore. And so I left. I was done with that. Some months later, after taking a trip around the world and just unwinding, trying to figure out what kind of burnout do I have, I was sitting at my dad's business. He had sold the grocery store. We're now at the restaurant. And I had a stainless steel table, kind of just sitting on the table. And Dad is just sternly telling me, you need to make money. You need to go work. With my legs just dangling there off the stainless steel table. I'm like, Dad, relax. I don't need to make money. I'm okay. I've got savings. I did fine. I need a break. Don't take a break. No one takes break. You will never go back. Besides, Dad, I like some of this artistic stuff I'm doing. I like comedy. I like performing arts. You never make money doing that stupid stuff. Shut up. Go to work, okay? And as my dad and I are going back and forth, and things get heated, I dangle, and I just start to cry. And cry. And cry. And Dad says, why are you crying? And I'm like, Dad, this reminds me of the grocery store when I was a kid. I kind of feel like you're here working, chopping away at some salads, and I'm just sitting here watching you work. And he's like, stop crying. The employees are going to think something's wrong with us. Dad, I don't care about the employees, Why don't we go in back, Dad, and just pray? Let's just do a prayer together. Just stop working for a second. And he agrees. And he gets up. Me and him walk back into the back room, quietly lay out a couple of prayer rugs, and we pray. And at the end of it, as we're both kind of sitting in a Zen moment, he starts crying with me. And we hug each other. And it was that moment that I realized, I know what I want. It's this. Thank you very much.
Grab another round of applause for Allison and Amer. Thank you so much for all your hard work tonight and for the last few weeks. If that looked like fun, it is. And you're in the basement of an acting studio called Green Church Studio, and there's a website called greenchurchstudio.com where you can find all kinds of classes, including this one's coming up again at the end of this month through the summer. And hope to see you back here. Hang out for a minute if you want, and have another soda or beer, and have a great night. Thanks.